Okay, this is the oil man. As a lot of you know, I have been on a plant-based diet for going on 4 years now. So I'm finna teach you a simple recipe of how to make plant-based fish sticks with just a few ingredients. Okay. Now, for any ingredients, when you start to making meat, you want to start with something like vital wheat gluten, and that's the basics. Can't go no lower than that. Well, you could take flour and make it into it, but to make it easier, get you some vital wheat gluten, and you won't have to go through all the extra steps. So anyway, let's start right now. I'm about to take 1 cup, depending on how many people you're trying to make, but for one serving, one or two, for 2 servings, you don't need but 1 cup of vital wheat gluten. Okay, so take 1 cup. I'll usually level it off. Put it into your bowl, measuring cup, or whatever you're gonna put it in. All right. Now you could put seasoning in here, or whatever. This you can add a lot of different things into this, but the way I'm gonna do it is gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna add 3/4 cups of water into it. Okay. Stir it up. I say I'm gonna add my seasoning later. That's why I don't want to add it now. And at the same time, I have my water boiling in the background. So, okay. Now, once you get so you can't stir it with the stir, you can take your hand and you can do it. Now, if you got a food processor, you can also take your food processor and put it in your food processor. It's sort of wet. Squeeze the extra water out of it and knead it. Keep kneading it until it's feel firm. See how it stick. So keep kneading it. And you want to knead it. Keep kneading it. Yep. Pour some of this water out. Now, and you just knead it, knead it, knead it. I didn't add no season to the wheat gluten because I'm gonna add my seasoning later. So, like I said, you got a food processor. This could uh, you can do this a lot easier. If I'm just doing it by hand now, for those who do not have a food processor, they can. It's still a way of doing it without all that extra. So keep on kneading. See how it's getting the big. See that? Okay. Now this is your basics. This is what everybody look for. Now you can't do this with just plain self-rising flour. You can, but it takes a lot more steps to do it. But with this vital wheat gluten, it's already done for you. They done removed it out the flour, the gluten out, so you got it already done. You just do it like that. You just knead it. Knead your dough. And if it's sort of wet like that, you can always add a few more drops. A few more. About another quarter cup of glue to it. And that, let's see. Yeah, there we go. And that'll suck up the rest of that extra water. Now, we in there. See, this how you want it. Okay. Yeah, it gets thick now. See that? All right. There we go. You want to try to scrape all that glue out the bottom of your bowl. You don't want to waste nothing. All right, see how it goes? Okay. But like I said, once you get this done, you can go anywhere with it. I'm making fish sticks, but you can go as far to make chickens patties. You can even put a hamburger patty on it. Make a hamburger patty or whatever. Yeah. Now, that's how it's supposed to be. Now they have 1,000 different ways of doing this, but I'm showing you the most simplest way of getting it together. Now my water is back there getting hot. You need to bring your water to a boil, like a half a pot of water. Need sort of like a tall pot, because these, once they hit the water for a second, they will swell up. Mighty big. You'll see. I'm gonna show you all that. So right now, I'm gonna let this sit for about, let it sit in here, wrap this in some plastic and let it sit for about 10 minutes. See how thick it is. So we're gonna let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll get back with you to finish it up. Thank you. Okay, now that it has rested for about 15 minutes, as you can see, this is the seitan dough, the base for most plant-based meals. So what we want to do now is cut it up to add to the boiling water. So we can just try to cut it in half first. Then you want to make it into a long stretch. Stretch it. Look. Okay, you see how it's going? This is the dough you made. Stretching it. Like so. Okay, you see that? Now, you want to cut about pieces like this, and I flatten mine out. And about half an inch, sometimes an inch. Flatten them out a little bit like so. See that? It's not. It don't have to be perfect. It's definitely a little thicker than the rest. But you just cut them. You just cut them up, and I try to get about 10 out the whole roll. See that? Ain't now keep on doing it until we get the whole roll cut. See that? There we go. Yeah. And we got about one more. After this one more. Well, let's do two more. Let's see. One. Okay, so in all together we got about 12. That's about right. Okay, now that we have cut them all up, we're gonna add them to the water. So let's go to the pot and add it to the water. Okay, now you can see I have my water boiling. Okay, I put a little paprika in there, salt, and any other season to your liking you could add to your boiling waters. So once your water get to boiling like this, that's when you cut up your gluten, vital wheat gluten, and you add it to your water. Okay, let's just go to that step right now. They call it Satan, but that's what you have made. So what you're gonna do with the Satan is cut it up and put it into your water and let it boil for about an hour. So now let's go back to the Satan though and cut it up to add to the water. Okay, here's my pot of boiling water. Okay, we'll take one and we'll gently add it to the water. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we got 12. So we is going to let them stay in the water for about an hour, every now and then coming back, tossing them, stirring them so they won't stick together. But after a while you're going to see that they're going to swell. So for right now, let's give them about the first 15 minutes and come back and check on them. You could put a top on it, but sometimes they boil over, the water boil over with a top, so I normally leave it off for the first 15, 30 minutes. So let's just let it do what it's doing for right now and come back to it. Right. Okay, now after about 15 minutes of boiling, this is what we're coming down to. Look how huge they done got since the last time you seen them. See, they done swole up to be real huge, but they not ready yet. They are not ready, so we're gonna let them sit in here for about another 45 minutes. This time with the top on, and I will get back with you all when it's over. Later. Okay, now that we done got everything cooked up, the next step is to sort of pat them out, dry them out a little bit. You can take a paper towel, and you can lay them on your paper towel, kind of pat them a little bit, dry them out. Dry it up a little bit. And once you get it dry, as you want it, see, it's a whole different than what it was at first. You want to cut them into fish sticks. So it's about the size of a fish stick. I take it and cut it in half. Well, I have 2 strips like that. That'll be about the size of a fish stick. Then we want to dry. And we're gonna get them all good and dry. And we cut them in the shape of fish sticks. One, get 2 out of that. There we go. Get your fish sticks. Okay. And we dry the next one. Okay. Get heavy, dry most of the moisture out of them. And then you back to your fish sticks. Okay. Now, we is going to dry it out again and cut it up into the fish sticks. Now that you done got that done, the next step is your seasoning. It's going to season. The satine. So how you want to do is you want to lay it out, and it's your choice any way you want to do it. You could put the seasoning in the flour, which I still does that anyway. But that's a little extra seasoning. That's why I didn't add none at first, because I say I seasoned at the end. Okay. Now, so you could eat this as it is now too, if you just wanted to eat some. And with the seasoning that you put in the water, it should be good. Okay, I add my complete seasoning, which is one of my favorite seasonings. A little salt, not much now, just a tab of salt, a tab of black pepper, and garlic powder. Tastes good with anything. And the special seasoning, fish seasoning. Ooh, shut! I almost messed up then. You can't mess it up. So if you do like that, just take a piece and dab 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 all your pieces in there and get till you get it right. All right. I might go a little more on there. And after that, I forgot something. I'm going to add my special recipe that I almost adds to everything that I cook. And that is okay. I can't find it so far. So let's see here. Okay, just 1 second. Where is my... Okay, here we go. Sorry about that, you all. But my powdered mushroom. I just about put that on everything I eat. So we're gonna put a few of that on. It give it that earthy flavor. Now, I made this myself. I'm gonna do a video and show you all how to do this one day. Now, you put it all together and see. Now, I ain't gonna tell you that trade secret. I'm gonna give you another trade secret. I'm gonna hold that to myself. But right now, I do it in a later video. That's all good. Okay, now I have some flour that I keep seasoning. So you just put them in there like Grandma used to do back in the day. Shake it up in your bag. Shake it up. Shake and bake. So you all is old enough to remember that. Shake and bake. That's how we do that. Now, once you put it in your seasoning, it'll come out looking like this. I guess you could use meal if you want to use meal. Mixed fish, you could use meal too. Well, right now I'm using this flour. Okay. Now that I have got everything together, there it is. Fish sticks. And I'm waiting on the oil to get hot. And once the oil get hot, bam, it's that time. And until then, I'll get back with you. Okay, now that they're just about done frying, I'm about to take them out, but this is how they look when they're done frying. So, let's just stop right here and take them off. Okay, now that we have completed everything, this is how it looks when it's completed. And this is a complete dish of fish sticks, plant-based. So, get your favorite hot sauce out, maybe a little salt, maybe a little pepper, any other season of your choice. And now it's time to chow down. Thanks for watching my video. And there will be more to come. This is the first. So I have a lot of firsts coming up right now. So thanks for watching and wait for more. Thank you.